Numbers, chapter 19. And Yahweh speaks to Moses and to Aaron, saying, This is a statute of the law which Yahweh has commanded, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, and they bring a red cow to you, a perfect one, in which there is no blemish, on which no yoke has gone up. And you have given it to Eleazar the priest, and he has brought it out to the outside of the camp, and has slaughtered it before him. And Eleazar the priest has taken of its blood with his finger, and has sprinkled it toward the front of the face of the tent of meeting from its blood 7 times. And one has burned the cow before his eyes, her skin and her flesh and her blood, besides her dung he burns. And the priest has taken cedar wood and hyssop and scarlet, and has cast them into the midst of the burning of the cow. And the priest has washed his garments, and has bathed his flesh with water, and afterward comes into the camp, and the priest is unclean until the evening. And he who is burning it washes his garments with water, and has bathed his flesh with water, and is unclean until the evening. And a clean man has gathered the ashes of the cow, and has placed them at the outside of the camp in a clean place, and it has become a charge for the congregation of the sons of Israel for waters of separation. It is for sin. And he who is gathering the ashes of the heifer has washed his garments, and is unclean until the evening, and it has been to the sons of Israel and to the sojourner who is sojourning in their midst for a continuous statute. He who is coming against the dead body of any man is unclean for 7 days. He cleanses himself for it on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, and he is clean. And if he does not cleanse himself on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, he is not clean. Anyone who is coming against the dead, against the body of a man who dies, and does not cleanse himself, he has defiled the dwelling place of Yahweh, and that person has been cut off from Israel, for water of separation is not sprinkled on him. He is unclean. His uncleanness is still on him. This is the law when a man dies in a tent. Everyone who is coming into the tent, and all that is in the tent, are unclean for 7 days. And every open vessel which has no covering of thread on it is unclean. And everyone on the face of the field who comes against the pierced of a sword, or against the dead, or against a bone of a man, or against a grave, is unclean for 7 days. And for the unclean person they have taken from the ashes of the burning of the cow, and he has put running water over it into a vessel. And a clean person has taken hyssop, and has dipped it in water, and has sprinkled it on the tent and on all the vessels, and on the persons who have been there, and on him who is coming against a bone, or against one pierced, or against the dead, or against a grave. And the clean has sprinkled it on the unclean on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, and has cleansed him on the 7th day, and he has washed his garments, and has bathed with water, and has been clean in the evening. And the man who is unclean and does not cleanse himself, indeed, that person has been cut off from the midst of the assembly, for he has defiled the sanctuary of Yahweh. Water of separation is not sprinkled on him. He is unclean. And it has been for a continuous statute to them that he who is sprinkling the water of separation washes his garments, and he who is coming against the water of separation is unclean until the evening. And all against which the unclean person comes is unclean, and the person who is coming against it is unclean until the evening.